So in order to use this rule, it says area equals 1/2 times the times B times C times the sine of A. So basically it's two sides and the included. If I know two sides and the included angle, I can find the area of any triangle. Okay, so it would be 1/2 times the two sides times the sine of the included angle, and then I can find the area of that triangle. And then when we're doing this, I just want to say make sure that your calculator is in degrees, especially if you're using Desmos, because its default is radians, so make sure you change it to degrees. And I think I said this yesterday, but ACT is embedding Desmos into it on the computer, and that's how you're taking your ACT. So Desmos will be available for use on the ACT. Remember, almost everything in ACT will be in degrees, so make sure if you're using Desmos, you put it in degrees and not radians. I'll probably say that more than once before ACT. But here we go. So it's pretty easy. All I'm going to do is do the two sides multiplied together, the sine of the angle, and then divide it by 2. So to find the area, I'm going to take 13.1 times 13 times the sine of 110, and then I'm going to divide that whole thing by 2, and that will give me the area of the triangle PQR. So if I get out my calculator here, 13.1 times 13 times the sine 110 divided by 2 should be 80, to the nearest tenth. So that should be 80 centimeters squared. Okay, that's all there is to this. To this one, if I know two angles, two sides, and the included angle. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. And that gives me A equals 4 times 7.8 times sine of 35, all divided by 2. So my area should be 4 times 7.8 times sine of 35, divided by 2, 8.9 miles squared. Any questions on that? Okay, so I want you guys to do A and B, please. Okay, so there's should be the two answers that you get approximately. Yeah, good. 76.3 miles squared and 41.8 meters squared. So just put in, set it up, two sides multiplied together, sine of the angle. That's it. Make sure you're in degrees instead of radians. Questions on how to do it if I have two sides in the included angle. Okay. It's a little bit more difficult if I only know the sides. So if I only know the sides and I don't know the height, we can use what's called Heron's formula. And basically it's the square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C, where S is A plus B plus C divided by 2. So a little harder. So I'm going to add my sides together. I have to find this variable called S. And how I find it is I add all my sides together and divide by 2. So it's not an average because I'm not dividing by 3, dividing by 2. So S is going to equal 8 plus 10.9 plus 11.1, all divided by 2, which is going to be 8 plus 10.9 plus 11.1, and I put 14.1 and 1.9. That's good. 10.9 plus 11.1, there we go, divided by 2, 15. Beautiful. And then the area is this big ugly square root that is going to be 15 times 15 minus 8 times 15 minus 10.9 times 15 minus 11.1. And that will give me my area. So square root of 15 times 15. I don't know why I put that one in there. Oops. Parenthesis 15 minus 11.1. Parenthesis. 40 point, oops, rounds up to 41. So to the nearest 10th rounds to 41. 41 meters squared. Questions? Okay, so let's go ahead and do the second one. We're going to do the same thing. I need to find S. So S is going to equal 8 plus 9 plus 14 divided by 2. And this time I'm going to get a decimal. It's okay if it's going to be a half. Sometimes that happens. 8 plus 9 plus 14. What the heck? Okay, try this again. 8 plus 9 plus 14, beautiful, divided by 2. It's 15.5. So S is going to equal 15.5 this time. And then I'm going to put it inside the square root and do exactly the same thing. So I've got 15.5. Area is going to equal 15.5 times 15.5 minus 14 times 15.5 minus 8 times 15.5 minus 9. Put that inside your calculator, and we get our answer. 8.5, not 18, 15.5. 9. And it should be 33.7 meters squared. Okay, questions? Did I put 15.4? Where did I put, oh, thank you. Like, where did I put 15.4? 15.5. Thanks, Yellow. Okay. So now you got first one. S is going to be 5 plus 10 plus 13 divided by 2. So that equals 14. So I get the square root of 14 times 1 times 4 times 9, right? I didn't write it out because I just did it in my head, right? 14 minus 13 is 1. 14 minus 10 is 4. 14 minus 5 is 9. Put it into your calculator, sorry. Area is approximately equal to 22.4 miles squared. Okay, and then the second one, S is equal to 15.9 plus 7 plus 10 divided by 2. So that equals 16.45. So my area is going to equal the square root. I'm not sure that's going to be enough room. 16.45 times 16.45 minus 15.9 times 16.45 minus 10 times 16.445 minus 7, and that's approximately equal to 23.5 yards squared. Okay, questions? Oh yeah, don't estimate it, don't round it, don't round anything. Okay, so make sure it's if it's 16.45, don't round it, because then your area will not be correct. I know it's a pain to put 16.45 in, but that's what you guys need to do. Okay, is there any questions on that? Is that okay? Awesome. All right, so just the same as yesterday, there's a Canvas assignment that covers volume and the area of triangles using these two methods to find the area. And really, just so you know, I covered these two ways of finding the area of triangles because you'll use them next year in calculus, for those of you who are going to calculus. So there's that. So for the rest of the period, you'll be working on that. If you have questions on that assignment, on any of those problems, just let me know, and I can help you with those while we're waiting. Okay, any questions? Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.